my name is Shauna, in case you don't know, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is another video in my Daniel Radcliffe series on my channel, and today I'll be talking about the movie The Lost City. This is a movie that I've been looking forward to for such a long time. As soon as I heard that it was filming and I heard what it was about, I was super interested in watching this one. Not just because of Daniel Radcliffe, but because it sounded like a fun, quirky movie. It is a fun, quirky movie. The Lost City is currently available on Paramount Plus, and you can also rent it on Amazon Prime. I'm sure you can probably rent it on other services as well, but those are the ones that I've seen the advertisements for this movie in particular. The Lost City is about an author named Loretta Sage, and Loretta Sage writes romance novels that are set in different locations across the world. This particular one has a certain archaeology aspect to it, and Loretta Sage is played by Sandra Bullock. Of course, she is one of the main characters of the film. The other main character of the film is Channing Tatum, and he plays Dash, and Dash is the cover model for her books. He's the guy that's shirtless that everyone is obsessed with. However, this man named Abigail Fairfax, played by Daniel Radcliffe, reads Loretta Sage's book, and he finds out in Loretta Sage's newest book that she wrote in something about this artifact, this archaeological artifact, and Abigail has been looking for that artifact. He wants an artifact. So when Loretta Sage goes on tour with Dash to promote her book, Abigail kidnaps Loretta and brings her to South America, to an island where he is working on uncovering this artifact. He is convinced that she has the key to figuring out where this artifact is, and he wants to get it before the volcano explodes on the island. Dash wants to prove to Loretta that he is more than just a cover model with a good body, and he decides to go down there and rescue her. This is a movie filled with romance, a lot of funny things, some sexual jokes, so keep that in mind. And it's such a fun movie. There's action, but it's not like too heavy on the action. It's such a great film that I feel like will satisfy the desires of many different groups of people. I loved how this movie was funny, but not over the top funny. I wasn't like cracking my head up at every scene. I was smiling my whole way through the movie. There was some times that I laughed, but it wasn't like over the top. It was very gentle humor, and it was fun, and they always hit you at the most unexpected times. It also felt like the jokes felt very natural. They didn't feel very forced, so I think it was a great comedy film. I wouldn't say this is like the funniest film that I've ever seen. I think currently We're the Millers takes the cake for that. However, it is a pretty funny film, and I definitely want to watch this one again. I think I might watch it with my mom because I watched it by myself this time and she expressed interest in watching it, so maybe that'll be my excuse to watch the film again. So since this series is about Daniel Radcliffe, I have to address Daniel Radcliffe's character. So Abigail isn't in this film very much. I mean, Daniel does a great job as Abigail, however, he's just not in the movie that much. He's the villain, and it's a villain that isn't super involved in the movie. Like, I feel like this is more of Loretta and Dash's story of their romance and of their survival, as opposed to like a fight between Abigail and Loretta. Like, he's definitely in there. He's definitely funny. I definitely understand his motivations throughout the whole entire film, but he's just in there very briefly. I mean, there's other films that I've watched for Daniel Radcliffe that he's been in there like smaller amounts, so I was satisfied with the amount of Daniel Radcliffe content in this movie. It just wasn't as much as I was expecting. Jennifer Aniston and Channing Tatum had tons of chemistry, and I loved how their relationship sort of slowly built up. It wasn't one where you just had like instant passion from the first scene. It like slowly builds up, and it's sort of like Loretta hates Dash to start off with. I don't know if I'd go so far as to say hate, but she definitely doesn't appreciate being around him when he strips off his shirt and gets attention from the fans. So this movie was a lot of Loretta having to realize that Dash is more than just a ripped dude. You know, ripped dude meaning like abs and muscles and stuff, which I actually did like that theme to this movie. So many people can't look past someone's physical appearance, and this movie sort of like broke down stereotypes about certain body types, but like at the same time they also like played with the stereotypes on them so that it was funny throughout the film. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I hope I am. I'm having a bit of brain fog right now as I'm filming this. I loved Brad Pitt's part in this film. His part was awesome. So he wasn't in the film very long, and I can't talk too much about why I loved his character in the film without giving spoilers, but I do have to say that Brad Pitt was a great choice for this film. I am not a huge Brad Pitt fan, I have to admit that. I think Brad Pitt has been in some awesome stuff, but like I wouldn't go out of my way to see everything that Brad Pitt is in you know, but I did really appreciate him in this film, and I think he did incredible with his role. I think all of the actors did incredible with their role. I, in particular, really loved Oscar Nunez in this film. He did awesome. He was part of the reason why I laughed so much in this film. I loved him so much in this film. I do also want to say that this film had a great storyline that was really interesting from start to finish, and that it was very easy to follow the plot line. It's not one where you have to like be lasered in, paying super close attention to understand the story. Like, if you just need to like chillax, you need to just relax, you want something chill to have on the background, this is a great choice for that type of movie. Final thing that I want to say about this movie is that I loved the archaeology aspects of this film. So in case you don't know, I've become sort of interested in archaeology over the past couple of years. I started watching this show called Expedition Unknown, and while I don't see myself ever becoming an archaeologist, I really appreciate archaeology, and I love hearing about different archaeology adventures, so I love that there was archaeology incorporated into this film, which I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting this to just be like an action adventure hostage movie with tons of humor, but that archaeology aspect to the film really surprised me and made me happy. And I love the good story that was behind the archaeology like artifact that they were going after. I thought that was really fun and really well done. Overall, I think this may be my new favorite Daniel Radcliffe film, aside from Harry Potter, of course. I think this is just such a wonderful film. I think everyone should watch this film if you're, say, like 13, 14 or older, because there is some sexual jokes in there. I wish I could have seen this one in theaters, but unfortunately I have a really hard time going to theaters because of the fun thing called misophonia. Anyways, I hope that all of you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to me if you haven't already. It's currently available on Paramount Plus, but it's also available to rent on other places. Go give this one a watch if you can. I've been wearing giraffe ears in this movie because my nephew just had his birthday and I bought us all animal ears for the party, and I wanted another use for them, so I thought, why not wear it today? I upload videos twice a week, so my next video will be uploaded next Tuesday. I hope you stick around to watch that one. That one will be a book-related video, and until next time, goodbye!